The Su-35S, Russia's masterpiece of air combat engineering. This 4++ generation fighter is not just another aircraft. It's the symbol of Moscow's determination to dominate the skies, even under global pressure. In a world where air superiority defines victory, the Su-35S is more than a weapon. It is Russia's trump card, a jet that forces any adversary to think twice before daring to challenge it in the air. The year 2025 has proven one thing: Russia's defense industry is not slowing down. Multiple batches of Su-35S fighters rolled off the assembly line and were delivered to the Russian Air Force in March, May, June, and most recently, August. Every aircraft went through rigorous factory testing, technical inspections, and flight trials by Ministry of Defense pilots before being declared combat ready. Despite sanctions and international pressure, Russia's supply chain holds firm. Production remains steady, roughly 12 to 14 aircraft per year. That means Moscow is not only maintaining its strength, it's steadily growing stronger. The Su-35S didn't appear out of nowhere. It's the result of decades of refinement, tracing its roots back to the legendary Su-27. The transformation created something entirely new, a 4++ generation fighter. Why the term 4++? Because it bridges the gap. It incorporates nearly every capability of 5th-generation jets, except full stealth. But Russia flipped the narrative. Stealth isn't everything. Maneuverability, endurance, and adaptability often matter more in real combat. And the Su-35S has proven this philosophy correct. First, the Urbis-E radar. Its detection range stretches to 400 kilometers, capable of tracking 30 targets simultaneously while engaging up to 8 at once. That gives the Su-35S total control over the airspace, long before an enemy even gets close. Second, its weapons. The R-77-1 and the R-37M long-range air-to-air missiles make this fighter a predator. They strike from distances where most opponents can't even retaliate. Third, the AL-41F1S engines. With thrust vectoring nozzles, this is the secret behind its legendary super maneuverability. The Su-35S can perform extreme maneuvers like Pugachev's Cobra, breaking missile locks and outmaneuvering any enemy in a close-range dogfight. And, finally, the Kybini-M electronic warfare suite. This system blinds enemy radars, confuses incoming missiles, and manipulates advanced Western detection systems. The result? The chance of successfully shooting down a Su-35S is extremely small. Since February 2022, the Su-35S has been at the heart of Russia's campaign. It escorts bombing runs, suppresses enemy defenses, and hunts down Ukrainian aircraft still attempting to resist. Today, its missions are more calculated. Rather than flying deep into hostile zones, Su-35S fighters often launch precision missiles from protected airspace. This strategy keeps them effective while minimizing risk. Western outlets often highlight claims of losses. Yes, a handful of Su-35S fighters have been downed. But when measured against the sheer scale of sorties flown, the number is almost negligible. The fact is clear: losses are rare. That speaks volumes about survivability. The Su-35S is not just powerful, it's resilient. For Ukraine, and even for NATO, the Su-35S is a nightmare. Older Ukrainian jets like the MiG-29 and Su-27 stand little chance. They're outranged, outgunned, and outmaneuvered. Even the much-anticipated arrival of Western F-16s doesn't change the equation. The Su-35S can engage them from longer distances, dodge them in close quarters, and jam their electronics before they even realize they're locked. The outcome is simple. Russia's grip on the skies remains unshaken. Western nations supplied Ukraine with advanced systems, Patriot, NASAMS, Iris-T, yet none of these negate the Su-35S. Why? Because Russia doesn't need to fly recklessly into their range. With long-range missile strikes, Su-35S fighters can hit targets while staying well out of reach. And even in the unlikely event of a direct encounter, the Su-35S still holds the advantage. The Su-35S is far more than an aircraft. It's proof that Russia continues to thrive under pressure. It demonstrates Moscow's ability to keep producing world-class technology, despite sanctions, despite obstacles. For Russia's adversaries, the challenge is enormous. For Russia itself, the Su-35S is a guarantee, a weapon that ensures air dominance will always tilt in Moscow's favor. As the conflict continues, one truth remains. Above the battlefield, in every contested sky, the shadow of the Su-35S looms large. And for anyone who dares to oppose it, that shadow is inescapable. Looking ahead, deliveries, tighter training cycles, and avionics upgrades will sharpen its edge. The Su-35S is not a headline. It is an enduring reality, setting tempo, deterring miscalculation, and keeping Russia's shadow over contested skies.